Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today you're getting a very lazy chill video, and the reasoning is because I'll explain. It's gonna be like a chat with me video, and kind of just giving you some fun little stuff. So, make sure you subscribe, turn on the post notification. The video I kind of wanted to in a way to yesterday I realized something and I didn't realize it. It was I finally didn't realize that was a thing until yesterday, and I'm happy. So yesterday I realized that so basically yesterday was a Wednesday, meaning for dance it means warm up and stretch with Gianna Martello. Then we do some stuff at the bar with Gianna Martello. And then we do some stuff in the center, which is kind of like what we would do at the bar. The difference is that with the bar, we have something to hold on to. And then we do certain things like our ponche, our arabesque, our passe, and our tilts, different things like our tanya, different things. And when she says center, we do basically the same exact thing, but without the bar. That way we have nothing to hold on to, and to make it more challenging, and just to make sure that we can do it without the bar, because if we were at a dance competition and we would be doing in the routine, and we would have some of these things in our routine, and we wouldn't have the bar to hold on to. And it just looks better, and stuff. It looks like you're more advanced doing it away from the bar. And then we had two combos, but I ended up actually taking a break and not doing it, and the reasoning was because kind of for multiple reasons. Number one, it seemed like a good week for that because she was teaching from home, because I just for safety, because she was a little bit sick, so that seemed good. Also, number two being the fact that I went there's no harm in a little break. A little break is good every once in a while. Number three is that I've been working so hard that I work really hard all the time, and that one little break is good for me probably. And number four being the straight up fact that everything I'm really good at. I'm good at the stuff that we do on Wednesday. I'm not perfect because yes, some of the stuff in the center and with the bar are involved balance, and that needs work. But I want to in a way give everyone else on there her full attention, and not take it for myself of this one time, and just kind of take a break. And it made me realize how much I needed the break, because I literally, and now especially, because I love dance. I love training to be a pop star with my whole heart and soul. I actually, so much to the point where I one point wrote a song. I'm actually thinking I'm gonna rewrite it and stick with the title and the theme, because I wrote a song called Pop Star, and I thought I had completely lost the song because I basically DM'd it to myself. So here's the thing with I didn't write it on paper. Because I think better at night. So at night is when my really good ideas spark sometimes. I'm even better. So I DM I here and there I DM idea for song lyrics to one of my other Instagram accounts, and then I basically realized that I basically straight up realized that uh, that like I soon one day realized that I had an entire song. I liked the song at the beginning, but then I thought I lost it because I had basically something was on the screen there first. And I had, since I had DM'd it and not wrote it down, and since I DM'd it to the account that was gonna be Susie's account, but when we didn't keep her, it was really hard to see that account. It was really hard at first to do anything with that account, and it kind of was just hard. As much as I knew the decision was the right one, even though I didn't get a say in it, which was I feel like that made it even harder. Or it was the right one, and it worked out, and it worked out in the end, even though it was hard at the beginning. I forgot that this was open, but in the end, it was the right one. I'm good now. I'm good now. That's the important thing is that now I'm good and it works out. It was the right decision. It wasn't easy at first. Not easy at all. The first time my mom's brother had called, because he actually called that one day that he had left. And it all went down. I was still in tears when he called. I in straight up tears because I was in tears for a really long time that day. And the thing about it was that entire day, it made it worse because of the fact that it just kind of that day was just a really hard day and everything made it worse. And then it wasn't getting easier that my mom was just kind of being it's fine, I don't know why you're making a big deal. But then me and her had an actual conversation about it and she understood it a little more. Because at first she thought I knew and all of this stuff. And she thought it was a different situation. And then she found out the situation that it was. And because she thought I knew and I was okay with it and that I was fine with it and that I was crying over something else or something, and that she didn't realize that she didn't say anything to me and Dad before it happened. So once she found out, she apologized and stuff. And that she apologized and stuff, which was really, really good. Really good, and things just worked out. And I feel that's part of why I feel she agreed to JoJo Tour so quickly, was because of the fact that she straight up said I wish there was a way I could make it up to you. And yeah. But on other news, I just work really hard and I realized that I need a little break, just one day break. I don't have dance today, so that's good. But I didn't realize how badly I needed the break. It just felt really good that I have this break because on the fact that lately I really love training to be a pop star and stuff. And I had actually swiped that account out of my DMs and I thought I lost it all. Because or that song. Because I wasn't ready to look at that account. I literally did one thing to the account and that was I changed the name. In which also I kind of don't even really want that account. Here's I'm gonna have my dad delete all of my extra accounts other than my main account and my account for Sam. Because I have so many Instagram accounts that have accidentally been all except for one. One was perfectly made, and then the rest of them were like accidentally made and stuff. So yeah, but I went onto the account yesterday just for like I went like I'm just gonna go on it, like I forced myself to like see this account and like figure something out. Like it wasn't like I had anything to figure out. It was like I'm just gonna go on it. It's here. And when I did, I went in and checked the DM and I realized I still have access to the song. But I went over the song. And I don't know why I thought the song was so great. It's like, it's okay, but it doesn't seem, it had some things about that I don't like. First up, it seemed really extremely braggy, and I don't want to come out as a braggy person. So, yeah. And then there were just other things in it that I'm like, it's fine, but it's not, like, amazing, mind-blowing, so I'm rewriting the song, I don't know when, and I know it won't be for a little while. Because of the fact that, because right now I'm trying to, enjoy, this break and this time, but I'm human, and here's the thing, it's I like to say that, even though I'm training to be a pop star, I'm human at the end, and I get tired sometimes, especially only, this past, yesterday and today, and the day before yesterday, I've been, even more tired because I dance a lot, and the timing that I dance is later in the evening. So, on Mondays, I have a late night of dance, and I dance until, 8 o'clock. Sometimes 8:30, a little more, a little less. So, because of that, at, sleep. Because the thing is, training to be a pop star, there's so many elements that go into it. First up, calories. Calories are good for you as training to be a pop star because you're constantly burning energy by dancing and, working out and different things like that. So you're constantly burning energy, and I hear that calories are good for you as training to be a pop star. Or even though this could massively be wrong, I have no clue on any of this. It's just what I see on social media and stuff, and from what kind of in a way makes sense in my brain. Also, hydration. You need to stay hydrated. And then the third thing is sleep, because you're training so much that if your body doesn't get enough sleep, and I don't know if this is true, but it feels like it would make sense that if you don't keep up with enough sleep, and it could do something, I don't know, it makes it harder to keep up your energy and stuff, for when you're training, that. Maybe, I don't know, and then also it's just a lot of fun, but the thing is that, I usually, I usually sleep in until, 9 o'clock in the 9 o'clock in the morning, and even though yesterday I actually slept in until, much later, of, almost 10:30, which is late for me. But, basically the, past few days, which was shocking that I slept in that much. And so, the past few days, because I've been so excited over, Siwa Tour, and stuff, because of that reasoning, and then I basically, I've been, waking up earlier. I, wake up earlier, and then I'll force myself to stay in bed, and for, a while. Well, and by earlier, I mean it's not even that early. It's just like early for me. Around like between 7:30 through 8:30, which is early for me. So, yeah. So, I get tired, and the break was like really nice because it's like I get a chance to breathe and enjoy a nice little break because I'm human and I get tired. And I have emotions, I have feelings, and I get excited over things, and that's great. And that I'm generally a hard worker, and I'm not gonna let late night stop me anymore because I used to let late night stop me all the time, and I'm like, I can't let that happen anymore. So now I go with the system that like I go with the system that dance will come before fun. But every once in a while there's a next section where like with Seaward Tour, like that act's gonna come before dance that one night. But like I'm kind of like trying to keep like dance before fun because dance is a lot of fun and I love it a lot. Even though it gets tiring sometimes because like I need sleep sometimes. But like and I'm not a nap person. Like I do not like taking naps. Like even when I'm sick, I get so annoyed if I take a nap. Like I will literally like I get so annoyed over the fact that I took a nap when I'm sick. Like I'm the type where like naps are not my thing. It's like so it's just kind of a lot of like bouncing back and forth. And because like the first worldwide that I ever did, Wednesdays were a late night. So Wednesdays went from like I wanna say Wednesdays started around 5:15 and went until like 10:30 at night. Super late, and I let that stop me. And Abby brought up a good point about late nights, which is that we shouldn't let them stop us because we gotta imagine it this way as it's only training. It's training, and so if we ever do book a tour as like a backup dancer, or if we ever go on tour, or as a pop star or something like and we have to work really late nights until like after 12:30 at night. Like we're prepared, we're ready for it, and that's good. And like it's only training, so that's not really a bad. But I used to like let it stop me, and then and I like in ways I wish I could go back to that time period of like the first worldwide that I ever did and fix everything that stopped me. Meaning when it came to like those late nights, I would let stop me instead of continuing and getting the training. I wish I could like in a way go back and like fix that, but also the number of times when I would like try to like skip out on conditioning or something. I wish I could like tell my past self, don't do that. That is only gonna hurt you in the future. And what I mean is, it didn't actually hurt me now, but I feel like if I would have done all of those things, and that maybe I would be a lot farther in my training instead of, although it kind of like, it didn't hurt me that much because I'm pretty talented, according to my teacher. I'm not perfect, but I put the hard work in, and I show that I can do more. And so, I also wish that, like, I could, in a way, tell, like, this is something that I want to answer, which is that I came up with the question, and I could tell my past self, a couple things, like, we're gonna say 10 things. 10 things I could tell my past self. What 10 things would it be? I would say one of them is don't skip out on those late nights. Push through and dance. It will only help you in the future. Second thing would be don't skip out on conditioning. I mean, I know it's hard and tiring, but it's worth doing. And third thing I would generally say is that as much as I didn't think I would ever get to like an oversplit, is that miracles like that do happen, and I would one day get there. Because, and the reason I would say that is because of that like in a way, I never doubted that I could like not get an oversplit. It's just that like I kind of, when I first tried to do an oversplit, I got really like hard on myself because I couldn't. Because I literally ordered like two dance vlogs, and I tried to do an oversplit. And in my mind, I had the perfect picture that like I was gonna be able to do an oversplit, no problem. And not thinking that still involved a lot of flexibility. And so when I wasn't able to, I got really hard on myself. But like not negative, I was just really hard on myself. Like, okay, we're gonna work really hard to make this happen. And I just kind of wish I could go back and like tell my past self that it's okay to like want it and it's okay to work hard for it, but maybe I don't need to be that hard on myself. But I'm just hard on myself in general, so that like kind of is a thing. Oh wait, another thing is, and that would be number 4 would generally be in that turns in place doesn't mean you have to be exactly in that same exact spot. You can kind of move a little bit, like, and I say this because for so long I thought turns in place meant that in your foot, even like, I moved even just like the tiniest, like not even a quarter of an inch, like one way, that like it wasn't considered a turn in place. And I was wrong on that, and I think I was wrong that because whenever I see people like do turns in place on like Zoom and stuff, like usually like there's some other movement like that. And whenever I watch YouTube videos and stuff from like dance moms and I like watch the turn in place, there's like movement where it kind of like goes a little bit like one way sometimes. Another thing that I would definitely tell my past self, is I would tell my past self, that I don't need to be in like, I'm too intrigued with point work because I'm really good at point work and that I'm naturally going to take to working on point like very quickly, which is good. And I mean this because like, here's the thing, with when I first thought about like working on point, which is point shoes, and I thought it was gonna take me a really long time to like adjust to it, and like kind of just, I was really intrigued by it, but I was also like kind of at the point of like being really cautious with it because, and the reason I thought I would take a while is because balance is not my area, and point shoes involve a lot of balance. Somehow, I do better on point than I do on just a normal releve. And that I naturally took to it. Like now, I'm doing like double and triple like turns on point, which is really cool. And it's just that like one little bit, just to like give that my past self, something like, you know, like just something like a glimpse of like knowing something in the future, or just to maybe like understand, just to like help my past self in some way. Then I would say, I'm gonna say like a few more things. Or things. I generally don't know. Like, there's just so many little things that like I would come up with. with, like, I don't have, like, everything, but, like, I would tell my past self a lot of things. Oh, wait, I know one, like, if I had to, like, pick one ultimate thing, I would tell my past self, tell him. I would, like, I tell, like, my past self when I'm, like, with my crush, to tell him. Tell him that I like him. Don't hold back. Don't come up with excuses. It's not as scary as I thought it would be, and that if I don't, then it can lead me down a very long path of losing my crush, which is not going to be a fun path. That would be like my biggest number one thing that I would tell my past self. But yeah. But I'm really excited for like SeaWorld Tour and all of that. And it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And here's the thing is, like, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this truthful and honestly, because I never want any of you thinking, like, I get whatever I want. I'm, like, a spoiled, like, brat. That's not the case at all. Yes, a lot of the time I do get fun things I want in life, and that's because of the fact that, first up, my parents love me, but also, like, not saying if your parents, like, I don't get you, like, this stuff that, like, they don't, but also it's at the situation where, like, my parents can do these fun things for me, and they try to just make sure that since I get a life of, like, I get a great life, but, like, since I'm training so much to become a pop star and stuff, and, like, I never, like, I kind of, like, it takes me a while to fully trust friends and stuff, and I say this because I am very shy, or I was a lot worse when I was little, like, with being shy, but because of that, it takes me, like, a really long time to, like, in a way, trust my friends and stuff. But now I have some, like, friends that, like, are really incredible and they're really cool. And I can trust them. And that's the thing that I like. Is that I'm the person where, like, when I make friends, and I want them to be there for me, but I'm also going to be there for them. Like, when they get a victory moment in dance, then, like, or a, like, shining moment in dance, I'm gonna get excited and act as if I just got it myself. But I also want them to, like, do the same thing for me. Like, I don't want them to get, like, jealous or mad that I got a shining moment, you know? And that's the thing that I like, is that, like, we kind of, like, have that set in place with, like, me and, like, two of my dance friends that I actually see on Zoom, and I'm, like, constantly, like, seeing them on Zoom and competing up against them in class. But I'm gonna say peace out for now.